All right, hello and welcome to beautiful Crossfield, Alberta, home of the Rockyview Silvertips, as we get the home, or started on the home here for the Silvertips as they welcome in the Calgary Mountaineers. I'm Simon Chaskovsky, all of the call for you here today. Both of these teams are revved up and ready to go. Silvertips in their patterned black, and on the other side, the Mountaineers wearing a nice cream white. In between the pipes, we are going to see Caden McDonough. Last year, he had an .876 save percentage, a 5.9 goals against average, putting up 9 assists as well. On the other side, it's going to be Connor Thane, an .845 save percentage for him, 7.4 goals against and 3 assists. We're getting ready for the opening face-off here, heading in to take it. That's going to be Cassius Adams for the Silvertips across from, I believe that is going to be, I actually don't have number 10 on my sheet. That's fun. So I'm not sure who that is taking a face-off there, but we'll figure it out as this game goes. Thank you so much for joining us here on CROW LAX. There's always some fun stuff at the beginning of the year. Thank you for putting up with all of the stuff that we may have to deal with as we get ready for the opening face-off. Here we go. Won by Adams. He's going to send it backwards, picked up instead by the Mountaineers. They head into the offensive zone, but he's going to drop his stick, spinning off the defender there as he tries to move into the offensive zone. The Mountaineers trying to set up. They'll send it up to the top left side. Moving with the ball, that's Madden Bowers. Bowers pushing in, shot clock at 12. Cross to the other side. They'll push in down the right. Centering this one, open shot, and that'll be the first save of the game for Caden McDonough. Silvertips starting to move forward here. This one is on the stick of Conrad Ferguson. He'll send it back across to Cullen. Cullen down center street. He'll send it back over. On the outside, long shot blocked in front, and a beautiful save. Back up high, Nickel to the right side. Silvertips working their way around now. Pushing in, that's Nolan Sharp. Long shot, and he'll score! Silvertips getting things underway early here. 1-0. As I believe that one came off the stick of Nolan Sharp, a newer player to this Silvertips team, and already making a pretty strong first impression here at home. Face-off won by Adams, and picked up there on the defensive side by Hudson James. James down the right side. He's going to take some contact. Back up high, over to Nate Shebeck. Walks in, fires, Silvertips score again. What a start for Rockyview. As Rockyview has certainly come to play here today. 2-0 early here. And you can't do it much better than that. Only 18:46 into the game. This one will get picked up. Mason Schroeder rushing in. The captain tries to go for the left side. Won't find the net. And this will be picked up roughly near center. Schroeder not able to get a grip of it. Grabbing it now, that's Podrasky. He's going to take a few hits in the process, but he'll be able to carry it up himself. Down the left side with it. Trying to find some open ground. Sends it back to center instead. This one's on the stick of Daniel Lavoie. Back outside again. Long shot. Mountaineers on the press. It'll be picked back up, but stolen as they try and get this one out of their zone. It's on the stick of Conrad Ferguson. It'll get stolen off of him, but looks like they'll reward the ball back to the Mountaineers off of a legal play. They'll work with it in the right corner now. Back up high. Lavoie walks in, fires, off the post. Mountaineers starting to work this one back around. Up high on the right side, charging in. Takes some contact, looking for help. Won't find it. Back down low, open in front. It'll be stopped by McDonough, still loose in front, but finally the Silvertips will regain possession of it and try and get out of their zone. 2-0 Silvertips. Time 17:21 here. Nate Shebeck has it, walks down the right side. Centering this one and scores! Nate Shebeck, 3-0 Silvertips. Face off again here. Looks like Cassius Adams will get this one loose, but it will go back to the Mountaineers off an illegal face-off here. Down the left side. This one's on the stick of Wyatt Schnur. Back up high. Schnur in the corner. Looks like we've got a hand in the air here. Penalty coming up. Power play potentially for the Mountaineers. Down the right side, right in front, walks in and fires off the shoulder of McDonough. And it looks like finally we'll see the Silvertips touch up. And we are going to see our first power play of this one. Cassius Adams going to sit for the Silvertips. Mountaineers starting their power play here. With it up high, passing that one around the arc to the top right side. Blocked in front by McDonough. Silvertips now on a short-handed rush. This one on the stick of Colby Berg. Berg doesn't like what he sees. He's going to turn back around. Taking a few hits, passing it back across, and finding the stick of Zachary Cullen. Cullen back over to Shebeck. And Shebeck is just going to take his time. Trying to waste down this 2-minute penalty. 1:20 still left in it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Long shot from Shebeck goes wide left and bounces all the way back out. Another shot there by the Silvertips. Looks like they got it off before the shot clock, but it won't quite matter. And we might be seeing a penalty here to the Mountaineers. I'm unclear on what this one's going to be for. I didn't quite see it. I was trying to figure out if that shot was legal or not, but it does appear that we are going to see a Mountaineer in the box, or at least it looked like it. We might not. As now one of the referees is walking over to the Mountaineers bench. Believe that's an interference call. As going to sit there, that's going to be Podrasky. Montgomery taking it at center for the Silvertips. So now we are going to get some 4-on-4 for at least a minute 10. Schroeder walking in. He has a lane. He'll fire, but it'll, I believe, go off of a shoulder and back into the netting. Silvertips restarting their possession. Minute left in this 4-on-4 period. Shebeck with it up high. He'll walk with it, trying to use this extra space from 2 less men on the floor. With it in the corner. He'll spin off the defender, finds a lane and walks in, but it'll be a nice save by Connor Thane. He'll get knocked down, and it looks like this will be rewarded back to the Mountaineers. Carrying this one back up the floor, that's Nathan Good. Good, passing that one back over. They'll try and walk it down the floor. On the right side with it. Centering this one, back across again. It'll bounce all the way up to the center mark. No over and back call will be found here. Trying to walk in, that'll be, I believe, Madden Bowers, but he wasn't able to beat Caden McDonough, who is off to a hot start here today. Walking this one up the floor. They're going to find this ball, and Shebeck is going to take it down the right side. It'll be a Silvertips power play for roughly 40 seconds here. Up high, long shot, saved by Thane, bouncing back out and recovered by the Mountaineers. Down the right side, they'll take it. Through center, he walks through a few guys. No fear from the Mountaineer as he's going to take it to the left corner. Back behind the goal we go. He's doing it all alone. Tries to send it back up high, changes his mind, and now he's just going to hold it. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Takes it into the corner, spins off the defender. Wasting a lot of time here. Fakes the shot, doesn't take it. And he'll hold it in the corner. Decides to just send it back down low, and that's going to be a shot clock violation on the Mountaineers. Silvertips back out to center. This one on the stick of Colin. He's going to pass that one back over. Walking down the left side, Schroeder sends that one back to Colin, who wasn't quite able to find that one. Went a little over his head, and we might be getting another penalty here. This one on the Mountaineers. Their previous penalty had ended, but it looks like the Silvertips will get another try at 3-0 Silvertips here. 13:42 remaining in the first period. With the ball on his stick, that's Nate Shebeck to Schroeder. Walking around the arc, back up high, the captain. Right across, Montgomery. Montgomery fires, sliding save by Thane. And it'll bounce all the way back outside to Montgomery. Schroeder. Montgomery again. Down the left side. Thinks about the shot, finds Montgomery. He'll fire off the pad and out. Silvertips continuing to knock at the door. Montgomery. Minute 25 on the power play. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder. All the way back across. Montgomery again, saved by Thane. And the Mountaineers try and get it out. This one will end up going all the way back out to center and ends up on the stick of Podrasky, who wasn't able to get through the defense, and now the Silvertips might have a rush. Graydon Clark doesn't like what he sees, sends it back outside, and they're going to take their time. Still 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Plenty of Mountaineers fans in the crowd here today. Crossfield not too far from Calgary. Long shot. Goes into the stick of Thane, and he's going to walk this one out. Tries to send this one far, but doesn't make it. And now the Silvertips back on the rush. Quite the filled barn we have here today. Two teams fairly close to Calgary. Obviously the Mountaineers from Calgary itself. And the Silvertips home here in Crossfield is only about 15-20 minute drive away from the city. As a long shot from the outside there, comes off the stick with a blast from Graydon Clark. 4-0 Silvertips. We'll get ready for another face-off here, as that penalty is now cleared, and we'll get back to 5-on-5. Silvertips with a dominant start here today. We'll see if they can keep it up. They were able to pick up a win yesterday against the Chill, 8-4. Nate Shebeck was the player of the game. Obviously trying to keep that continuing. Calgary Mountaineers, this is their first game of the year. Went 6-14 last year, finishing third in the South. But unfortunately for them, lost a lot of players over the offseason. 3 of their top 5 point getters as they have a chance in front. Either that was stopped by McDonough or went off the post. Doesn't matter, it ain't a goal. And the Silvertips will try and get this one out. Mounties on the press. Putting the shoulder down, that's Hudson James, as the tall defender for the Silvertips team tries to take it out. Trying to pass that one over to Shebeck, but a little bit of a miscommunication there, and now the Mountaineers are heading the other way. Down the right side with it, taking it into the corner. That'll be Dane Hansen. Hansen Plays the contact, walking in and firing, but not able to beat McDonough once again as the Silvertips goaltender continuing to shut the door here today. Silvertips down the right side with it. Walking this one in. Pushing through center. Tries to find a lane. Doesn't like what he sees. On the left side of the arc now. Playing the pressure. He'll get double teamed. Pushing in and firing. That one blasted off the stick, but Connor Thane saw it the whole way. Long shot goes off the pad. Mountaineers working with it on the glass. Finding this one inside. Shot right into the stick of McDonough. Passing this one back up. And now they're going to try and break out. Down the right side. Shebeck with it. Trying to walk in. That'll get stopped. And now the Mountaineers on the rush. Only the captain back to stop him. Plays the contact and able to push him away from the goal. Thinks about trying to do something from behind the net. He's got quite a few Silvertips in tow. Finally finds a teammate up high. In the corner now. Back up high. Lavoie down low. Tries to go through the legs, but that'll be another easy save from Caden McDonough. McDonough's defense has certainly done well for him through the first 11 minutes here. Most of the saves he's had to make have been from fairly far outside. The Silvertips working their way around, trying to see if they can find their fifth. Walking in and firing. Connor Thane shuts the door. From up high, that's Isaac Nickel. Sharp fires, blocked in front, and that'll be another save by Thane. And it looks like we're going to be right back with you in a little bit. You're watching Rockyview Silvertips, Calgary Mountaineers. We will be right back. Mountaineers trying to work around the outside. Pushing this one up the floor. Isaac Nickel losing the ball and handing this one off. Zachary Cullen with it. Cullen outside, long shot on Thane, won't quite go. And now they'll try and work along the other side. Into the corner. Passing it up, carrying it up the floor. That'll be Grady Crawford. Bouncing off the stick. Now the Mountaineers up the floor. Schneur Tries to leave this ball for a teammate in Will. But he's going to get jumped there at center. He'll be taken off of his stick. And the Mountaineers trying to set up on the outside now. Back out high. Vars pushing down the right side, but bounces that one a touch too high. And now we'll see the Silvertips restarting with the ball in their own zone. Montgomery passing that one over. Sharp with it. Long shot goes right into the crest. They'll jump for this one and find it. Graydon Clark. Shebeck. Passing this one over to Nickel. Nickel up high. Over to Sharp. Sharp down the left side with it. Passing this one in front for Montgomery. Long shot saved by Thane, who has been absolutely excellent through the last little bit here. He was struggling early against the pressure of the Silvertips, but since about the 15-minute mark of the first period here, it has been a very even lacrosse game here. Making their way up the floor, down the right side. Mountaineers looking for their first, won't find it there. As they work around the outside. Passing it all the way across. It'll end up back behind the goal of McDonough. And we may be getting a penalty here. As we'll see a Mounties power play here. Working around the left side, Lavoie. He'll get it right back, up high. Back across, long shot by, I believe, Dane Hansen. He'll have to go back for it. Passing it back up to the captain. He'll end up skipping over the stick. And it looks like we'll see the Silvertips with it once again. 1:30 remaining on the power play. On the stick of Nate Shebeck. And they'll score. Short-handed, the Silvertips making it 5-0. It caught me so off guard, I almost couldn't believe it went in. As the Silvertips are on a roll here at home. They were absolutely excellent last season in their own ball. The Silvertips last year went 14-5-1, winning the Central Division Series and go on to play in the Larry Bishop. So we get ready for another face-off. Back to the other side. Taking it into the corner. Mounties still on a power play here. As we're going to see this one awarded back to the Silvertips. Short-handed here on the stick of Nate Shebeck. Shebeck. Back in front, trying to find the stick of Zachary Cullen. Wasn't quite able to. Big hit at center there. And now walking down the left side on the stick of Nathan Good. Good. Passing it back up to Hansen. Hansen facing some tough defense from Shebeck. Shebeck sends him into the bench. So we've got some fighting going on here. Shebeck and Hansen are going at it. We're going to see, I believe, Bowers coming in to defend his teammate, and the referee's having to come in and try and clear him up. It's probably safe to assume we'll see at least one penalty here, as both Shebeck and I believe that's Hansen mouthing off at each other. Joining Hansen in the box, that's going to be Carson Rea. 2 men in the box for the Mountaineers, 2 men in the box for the Silvertips. As we try and figure out what all of these penalties are going to be for. It's always tough in scrums like that because, frankly, you just don't know. It obviously could just be an interference-like call. We'll see. It is going to be even strength. It's just about whether it'll be 4-on-4, 5-on-5, or heck, even 3-on-3. You never know. It does look like it'll be 4-on-4. Referee having a conversation with both coaches here, trying to make sure that everybody understands the situation, and with that, we'll get back underway. It is going to be a roughing call. We'll see an unsportsmanlike in there as well. Schroeder, he's going to get tossed to the floor, pushed around as well, and we're right back to it. And everybody's getting involved. We might need more than 2 referees on the floor here today as they continue to push and shove. Or excuse me, 3 referees. It was almost hard to tell that there was 3 in there with how many bodies were involved. The Silvertips captain heading to the box. Riley Boss on the other side for the Mountaineers as well. It's now, there is as many people in the penalty box as there are on the floor. Assuming it's going to be more roughing calls. 3:51 remaining in the first period here. Certainly a rough start to the Silvertips' first home game of the year. These teams, not exactly divisional foes. Silvertips playing in the Central Division of the RMLL. The Mountaineers playing in the South Division. But just because you are an out-of-division matchup doesn't mean you can't get a little rough with it. As they continue to talk in the penalty box here, Schrader having a conversation with, I believe that's Lavoie, cutting through center. 3-on-3, plenty of space on the floor. If the Mountaineers want their first tonight, now would be a pretty good time to do it. Silvertips on the rush. That's Levine. Passing that one across. Ends up on the stick of Clark. Clark takes it to the corner. He's going to take his time. Already has 1 goal today. Sharp with it as well. Outside, back to Sharp. Sharp, long shot, saved by Thane. Picked up by the Mountaineers in the corner. And he's going to get double teamed there. Knocked off his stick. He'll recover it. Picked up once again. Isaac Nickel with it behind the net for the Silvertips. Trying to find a teammate in Will. As it's going to be some 4-on-3 here. Silvertips power play. And they'll score. 6-0 for the Silvertips. They get the power play goal here. Cassius Adams lining up at center here. As we try and figure out who is supposed to be in the penalty box, who isn't supposed to be in the penalty box. The only thing we have on the big board currently is a 50-second penalty on the side of the Mountaineers. Assumingly that's going to be taken off because the Silvertips did just score. We're getting the box score put along the glass here for the referees to look at as we're still trying to iron this all out. A lot of confusion, and that's often what happens when this many penalties happen this quickly. As it looks like we're getting an answer here. I believe 4-on-4. That is assuming I know how to count. Okay, so to my understanding, again, I'm listening from much further away. I think the two most recent penalties will both be leaving in roughly 50 seconds. Assumingly, I believe the two other penalties will be leaving later than that. We'll just have to see. I think it's safe to say that they'll both be coincidentals in pairs and come out of the box 2 by 2. I think. We'll see what happens. As this will end up getting launched back over center. 2:30 remaining in the first period. Walking down the right side. Back across to Sharp. Sharp, long shot, fires, misses on it. Pops back outside. Walking in and firing off the shoulder of Thame. And it'll end up bouncing all the way out to center. And they're going to call an over and back here on Tyler Montgomery. And he wasn't too happy about it. Mountaineers now with a chance. Still looking for their first goal of this game. They've had some offense, but McDonough has just come to play since the first minute as a diving shot goes off the shoulder of Caden McDonough. Silvertips trying to set up their offense. That's Zachary Cullen with it. He'll walk down the right side. Back across. Sharp. Back over to Nickel. Nickel right in front. And all the way back across. 4 seconds. Tries the shot all the way across, but stopped and rejected by Graham Podrasky. Podrasky centers this one. Right in front. Walking in and firing off the shoulder as McDonough followed him the whole way. They're going to wave off the over and back call. 55 on the game clock. Walking in and firing off the shoulder and back out. Myris on the rush. Passing this one over. And this will be picked up high. Montgomery. This will be a long shot, won't quite work. And now the Mountaineers trying to press up the floor, but we'll see some pushing and shoving again here afterwards. Few whistles, slowing everything down as 21 seconds on the clock. It's looking like we may be seeing a timeout here. So we'll see what they can cook up. Mountaineers still looking for their first goal of the game here. 22 seconds is a lot of time to work with. The one thing they certainly have to do is find a way to move Caden McDonough. They haven't been able to move the ball a lot in front of him. It's been a lot of straight shots, a lot of runs straight down the middle that they've tried on him, and so far he's been able to stop all of them. As we'll see the Mounties starting with the ball up at center. Pulled goalie. 6 on 5 And it looks like we're going to see a penalty here immediately. Wow. Barely 5 seconds were taken off the clock. Are we seeing 2? They're going to be coincidental calls. I believe roughing for both. Cassius Adams. "16 seconds on the clock here. Once again, the Mountaineers pull their goalie. "10 seconds on the clock. Mounties trying to get the last shot here. They'll run their set play right in front. Goes off the shoulder. Good save by McDonough. That'll waste down the clock. Tries the long shot for fun. Will it go in? No, just over the net. And that'll do it for the first period. We will be right back with you when things get back underway here. 5-0 for the Silvertips. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Do not go anywhere, as we will be right back in just a little bit. All right, hello and welcome back as we get ready to go for the second period of action between the Rockyview Silvertips and the Calgary Mountaineers. I'm Simon Shaskovsky, and this one's been a very good game so far, especially for the Rockyview Silvertips, who obviously have had their offense going. McDonough is going. Just about everything in their game plan has gone perfectly. The one thing on the other side, the Mountaineers, their defense has been excellent as well, especially in the second half of that period. The one issue is they just can't beat McDonough. And the Silvertips, oddly, at the end there, we're starting to run into the same problem with Thane. The convenient thing is when you're up by 6 goals, you don't necessarily need to be able to score 6 more as long as you can shut the door. And when you have a goaltender like Caden McDonough, that's not necessarily a hard thing. So we'll see what happens here. Certainly a tall hill to climb for the Mountaineers, but it's certainly not over. The Calgary Mountaineers have a lot of firepower, and once they get going, once they crack the lock that has been Caden McDonough here today, anything can happen. As we get ready for another face-off here, a new man in the dot for the Silvertips, as that's Grady Crawford. This will be won by the Mountaineers and taken into the offensive zone. Mountaineers going left to right, Silvertips going right to left. They'll charge in down the right, but not able to beat McDonough. Mountaineers back up high with it. Outside, pushing down Center Street. On the stick of Hansen, long shot, fires off the, I believe, shoulder of McDonough there, and nearly bobbled, but he was able to find it. McDonough coming off a season where he led the Central in, I believe, save percentage. Walking in and firing off the shoulders. And now Sharp trying to push his way in. That shot goes wide. Firing this one, that'll be Isaac Nickel, but he makes a good save. Mountaineers down the right side. Long shot goes all the way to the corner, and this will be picked up. Trying to walk in. Back up high. Vars back across again. Mountaineers looking for their first. Trying to find it here. Pushing in, firing, but he'll send that one wide of the net and into the corner. Taking a few whacks, as it looks like the Silvertips will start with the ball here. This will get picked up. Graydon Clark down the left side. Clark centering this one. Schrader not able to finish the job. Thane making his first save of the day. Or not day, excuse me, of the second period. Wyatt Vars. Handing it off. Mountaineers down the right side. He's got speed. Decides to pass it back out. Finds the stick of Hansen, but he wasn't able to get a shot off. Mountaineers struggling to find a lane. Pushes it back to the outside, but he is running out of time. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 1, and the Silvertips recover it. And it'll be launched back down the floor. It looks like they'll miss the pass there, and now we'll see the Mountaineers with the ball. Down the left side with it. On the outside, long shot, Mountaineers blocked in front. They'll try and recover it. Still 17 seconds on the shot clock. 17 minutes left on the game clock. No scores so far here in the second period. Long shot goes wide. And they'll try and fight for it in the corner now. On the far side, Hansen tries to walk it down the right, doesn't like what he sees, finds someone in front, and is launched over the top of the net. And they'll rush down the left side. Conrad Ferguson passes it back outside for Sharp. Sharp back across. Colin over to Nickel, but he'll get picked off. Hansen on the rush, 3-on-1. Silvertip all alone, tries to beat McDonough, and the goaltender will save the day here for the Silvertips, as that could have been the most dangerous chance of the game so far for the Mounties. Trying to set up in the offensive zone. Down the left side, he'll fire, bounce shot won't go. Mountaineers on the rush. Nathan Good facing pressure from the captain. Schrader giving him no space. Back up high. Long shot goes wide, and it'll trickle all the way back across center. Over and back call on the Mountaineers. On the other side, Graydon Clark. Up high with it, Nickel. Fires this one, it goes wide. Clark with it once again. Sharp passes this one across. And it'll nearly get picked off, but looks like the shot clock will expire, and the Mountaineers get it back regardless. Down the right side with it, Oliver Meyer. Meyer back behind the goal, knocked off his stick. Is getting knocked to the floor there. That's Aiden Stackard. Hansen facing some pressure, passing it across. Thinks about the long shot, won't take it, finds someone in front. McDonough makes the first save. Stop Donough shutting it. Now heading the other way. Colby Berg doesn't like what he sees. Long pass, walking in all alone. Will he beat Thane? Yes, he will. Silvertips get their first of the second period. Cassius Adams getting ready for the face-off. As we get a confirmation here, as that goal will go for Graydon Clark. As I believe that'll be his second of the game as well. I think he was able to get one in the first period. This will be launched nearly into the Silvertips bench. Knocked off of Shabak's stick, and he'll walk it back out to center. Passing it back across. Dane Hansen nearly loses the ball, holds on to it. Lavoie back to the other side, goes flying over his stick, loose in front, trying to find it. Lavoie will have to go back behind the goal to grab it. 8 seconds on the shot clock, back up high, thinks about the shot. Hansen walks in, back to Lavoie, has to take it and fire. Will, and McDonough makes a glove save. Shabak on the rush, fires this one. Good save by Thane. Has faced a lot of shots here today. We do not have a shot counter here in Pete Knight, unfortunately. So we don't know the exact number of saves he's made here today, but I would reckon that it is a much higher save than McDonough has had to do so far. Or, excuse me, much higher save count than McDonough has put up so far. That'd be the more correct way of saying that. It's the Mountaineers pushing their way in, walking in, loses the ball, sends this one into the left corner, and we'll get a shot clock violation, and the Silvertips will try and move back up the floor. Zach Levine hands that one off to Schrader. Schrader down the right side. Passes this one over to Nickel. Nickel pops it out of his stick. Back over to Sharp. Sharp walks in, spins off the defender, walks back around and fires. Tries to go 5-hole. Good save by Connor Thane. Passing it back out to center. So bounce off the glass and go over the boards. So we'll get another ball here, and it'll be handed to the Silvertips. Long pass here by McDonough. Graydon Clark working with the ball. Passes this one back over Colin, working off a few screens. He'll end up going off of his stick. He'll lose it. Popping that one up and into the netting. Mountaineers will recover it. Nathan Good. Hansen spins off the defender. McDonough making the save and passing this one back out, but we'll see things blown back down. And it'll appear that we'll see a penalty here. This one going to the Mountaineers. Giving the Silvertips a power play here. 11:34 remaining in the second period. Tyler Montgomery passes that one to Shabak. To Schrader, back to Shabak. Schrader to the corner. Doesn't like what he sees, back to Schrader. Schrader walks in, does Shabak. Fires, scores! Nate Shabak with another. 8-0 for the Silvertips here as they tie their score count from yesterday's game. They were able to score 8 against the Chill. And it only took about 29 minutes for them to do the same here against the Mounties. Mountaineers passing this one across. Hansen right in front, tries to go for the jump ball, but wasn't able to get there, and they'll lose it. Silvertips getting it back. Passing this one over. He'll get knocked into the boards. This one will be picked up by Oliver Meyer. Meyer down the right side, pass back across, bounce shot, goes wide right of the post. And it'll end up being an over and back call here. Silvertips picking it up in the offensive zone. Shot clock. Down the right side, takes the screen, passes it right inside, but that'll be a good save by Connor Thane. Mountaineers heading the other direction now. Passing this one down Center Street, but wasn't able to find the stick of Carson Rea. Graydon Clark with it. They'll score down the right side off the stick of Tyler Montgomery. Silvertips 8-0, or 9-0, excuse me. They're scoring so fast, even I keep losing track. Getting ready for another face-off here. Cassius Adams. Adams has, for the most part, dominated here today in the face-off draw. And the Silvertips have to like what they're seeing in their first two games here. 9-0 against the Mountaineers. 8-4 win yesterday against the Chill. If things continue to go their way, obviously still 30 minutes left to go in this one, but A 2-0 start to the year would not be bad, as that shot goes right into Connor Thane, and it looks like we're going to get a media timeout here. So we will be right back with you in just a... Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. 9:48 remaining here in the second period of play. 9-0 favoring the Rockyview Silvertips. Mountaineers with the ball here in the offensive zone. Working around the right side with it. Dane Hansen pushing in, firing, tries to go 5-hole. Won't beat McDonough. Long pass, sends this one forward. Mondragon with the ball. Schrader. Walking down the right side, passes this one to Cullen. To the other side for Sharp. Sharp fires, goes wide of the right post. Mountaineers with it back behind the net, walking around with it. That's Lavoie. He'll get knocked down, and they're going to have to give this one back to the Silvertips. Trying to set up something on the rush, but he won't like what he sees. He'll be knocked off of the stick there. And now the Mountaineers on the rush down the right side. Trying to set something up here. Pushing forward. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back over to Hansen. Hansen walks in, takes it around the outside and fires. Trying to beat McDonough, but he'll slide across and keep his 0 on the board. Back behind the goal. Hansen with it. That shot going wide. Silvertips getting the ball back. On the stick of Graydon Clark. Tyler Montgomery with it. Back across. Shabak in front. Schrader misses that one. And they'll have to restart from the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's looking for some help. He'll find it in the captain. Schrader walks it back out the center. Needs a fire in will, but misses the net. Another try. That misses as well. So the Mountaineers will end up getting the ball back. Carrying it up the floor. Oliver Meyer with it. Handing it off to Wyatt Vars. Walking in. Back across to the other side. Lavoie hands it off. He'll get it back. Lavoie sent over his stick. And to the other side. Mountaineers pushing over center. Long shot blocked by the pad and sent back out. Oliver Meyer. He'll lose it. Shot clock renewed. Vars. Lavoie, long shot. Goes off the pad and back out. Lavoie tries to go for it while sitting down. Didn't have much luck with that effort. And it looks like the Mountaineers are going to be giving this one back. 6:45 remaining in the second period. 9-0 Silvertips. Mountaineers trying to change that here. with it back behind the goal, centering this one, finds a man, but will not beat the goaltender. On the other side, Myris finds it. The loose ball was bobbled. Myris on the rush here all alone. Ends up having to spin off a defender who came back on the rush. Nolan Sharp now down the left side, passing it back across center, finds Montgomery. Montgomery walks off a screen, but it looked like, I believe that was Graydon Clark, launched the defender back into Montgomery, nearly making him lose the ball. That was an interesting play. Sharp with it now, 2 seconds on the shot clock. He'll lose it. Shot clock violation on the Silvertips. Moving up the floor, Mountaineers trying the shot, won't go. The other way now, chance on the rush, walking in, not quite alone, had the shot, didn't take it. Passing it back to Schrader, he'll lose it. With it on the other side, back to Schrader. Schrader pushing in, fires off the shoulder and back out. Down the right side with it. Passes it far, over the head of the attacker. Skips over the net, up having to give it up. But it looks like we might be seeing a penalty here as we wait to see who it's going to be on. I think it'll be on a Mountaineer. And it does look like I'm going to be right here. Going to sit, that's going to be Riley Boss. Montgomery starting with it up high for the Silvertips. The chance to make their score double digits. Schrader. Montgomery. Back to Schrader. Back down low. That's Clark. All the way outside. Thinks about the shot. He'll take it. Cullen stopped outside. Clark going into the corner with Cullen. Cullen will recover it. Walks out of the physicality there. And the Silvertips start their offense once again. On the far side, Schrader misses or nearly misses on the pass. Long shot. That one goes wide. And now the Mountaineers on the rush. Trying to head down the left side all alone. Trying to take it to the net as well and will. But it'll end up being another save by McDonough. And it looks like we Silvertips. So Riley Boss might be getting a friend in the penalty box. Zach Levine taking a seat. We're going to get about a minute of 4-on-4 here. On the outside, Mountaineers trying to rush in. Spins off the attacker outside. Lavoie. Lavoie loses the defender. Pushes in. Having to restart up high. About 6 seconds on the shot clock left. And they need to get a shot off. Won't be able to. McDonough recovers it. And the Silvertips will get it before this 4-on-4 period becomes a power play for the Mountaineers. Back across. On the other side, Nickel. Nickel. Cross to Nolan Sharp. Sharp. Shot goes into the crest of Connor Thane. And down the right side we go. Schneur takes a hit. Takes a few, in fact, and loses it. Picked up once again, though, by Riley Boss, who had just left the penalty box. As we get a power play here for the Mountaineers. Looking for their first long shot off of the arm of McDonough. Dane Hansen outside. Madden Bowers. Mountaineers rotating. Bowers outside again. Back to Bowers. Bowers walking that in. That's Hansen. Long shot goes off the stick. Bowers again. Bowers and Hansen. Hansen back up high with it to Bowers again. Down the left side. Bowers gets it back. Thinks about the shot. Will take it and score. The Mountaineers finally break the lock that has been Caden McDonough. And you know that one has to feel good. Still a hefty hill to climb for the Mounties, but I mean, even just getting one goal here, it can certainly lead to a lot of things. McDonough quick to shrug it off. Most goalies would be kicking themselves, knowing what opportunities they could have had if they stopped that one, but he was quick to shrug it off and refocus ahead to what he has to do for the rest of this game. Silvertips still with a rather big pillow, but that does not mean that they can slow down. Schrader passes that one back to Montgomery. Back outside again. Dane with the save. He tries the long pass. Ends up getting picked off by Graydon Clark. Clark passes it, finds a man in front, and scores! That one off the stick of Zachary Cullen. Grady Crawford coming in to take the face-off across from Wyatt Vars. Looks like Crawford will get the advantage, but it'll be knocked over to a Mountie. Rushing down the floor with it, Bodrasky. Hands it off. Dane Hansen with it. Hansen tries to fake out the defender. Mountaineers trying to rush in. Thinks about the shot, doesn't have it, sends it to the corner instead. Hansen with it on the outside, back to the corner. Up high, misses the pass. He's gonna have to send a long shot here, but it'll be an over and back call, so he won't even get the chance. Silvertips now down the left side. Mondragon passes it across. In the corner. Shabak up high. Walks it and fires. Blocked in front. Silvertips retain it. In the corner once again. Walks across once more, but he'll miss on the shot. And that'll be, I believe, a shot clock violation. Tries the long pass to Lavoie. Missed on the try. And we might be getting a penalty here. It does look like that'll be it. Not too happy about it either. Oh, wow. It looks like we're going to get 2 penalties here on the Mounties. So we'll get some fun. We'll update you once we know what those penalties are for. Only 28 seconds remaining in the second period. 10-1 Silvertips. As we get a 10-minute misconduct here. Mason Schrader buries that one for the 11th of the game for the Silvertips. So one of those penalties is gone. Assumingly not the 10-minute misconduct. 11-1 Silvertips here. Picking this one up. Adams walks in and fires. Having to sprawl. Thane able to get in front of it. And now they'll move down the right side. Long shot misses. And that'll do it for the second period of play here. The Silvertips head into the second intermission, up 11-1 here as they continue a very impressive start to the year. Looking to try and move to 2-0. The Mountaineers with quite the hill to climb as we head into the third period. Do not go anywhere. You are watching the RMLL here on CROW LAX. Hello and welcome back. Third period action here between the Rockyview Silvertips and the Calgary Mountaineers. I'm Simon Chaskovsky. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Mountaineers on the offense here. Long shot. Not able to beat McDonough. Trying to see if they can catch him sleeping. Mondragon hands that one off. Montgomery. The Silvertips looking like a rather formidable opponent here. I'm sure a lot of teams in the RMLL are watching this game pretty scared, as better than they were last year, and they were one heck of a team last year, going all the way to the Larry Bishop and putting up. They pass this one to the other side. In front, rushing forward, saved by McDonough. He had to make a rebound save as well. Long pass from Caden McDonough. Wasn't able to find the stick of Grady Crawford. He was looking for his first assist of the season, but he won't find it there. Had 9 assists last year, second in the Central behind just Alex Swan. Swan, who was looked at as one of the best ball-moving goaltenders in the RMLL. It's always been something nice about the Central, is we have a lot of really good goaltenders in this division. I haven't actually checked yet if Alex Swan is the returning player this season. I probably should do that. But if he is, between McDonough and Swan, struggling to get up. As the captain goes over to check on him. Going to sit in the box here. It's going to be Wyatt for the second half of that second period. It was an illegal cross-check. Tyler Montgomery. Up high, Montgomery. Good save by Thane. Nearly recovered there by Cullen, but it gets knocked off his stick. The Mountaineers try and head the other way. Bounced up high. Down the left side with it. Charging through. Dane Hansen in front. Misses the ball. And that may end up being an over and back. I believe that will be the call. Picked up by Cassius Adams. Handing that one to Tyler Montgomery. Montgomery and Schrader. Schrader fires, misses. It'll end up going all the way back down the floor. That'll be an over and back. The Mountaineers picking it up back behind the goal. Silvertips pushing and shoving from behind the net. They'll end up creeping back out to center. Picked up there by Myris. He'll hand it off. Shabak with it. He already has a few today. Shabak all the way across. Up high for Schrader. Schrader finds a teammate on the other side. Montgomery to the corner. Thinks about the shot. Won't take the call in. Schrader jumps up high and finds it. One-handed shot. Won't go. It would have been quite pretty if he did find the net there, but obviously it's hard to shoot with one hand. Ends up putting it, I think, just a touch over the crossbar. This one on the stick of Wyatt Vars. He'll pass it to Daniel Lavoie. Walking in and firing and scoring. Mountaineers getting their second in pretty form as well. I believe that came off the stick of Wyatt Vars, who just crept back across the top of the arc and whipped it right by McDonough off a screen. Not much that the Silvertip goaltender could do. Just the second time the Mountaineers have been able to beat them here today. Down the left side. Cassius Adams. Passing it to Shabak. Shabak over center. And now the Mountaineers are on the rush. Running down the left side with it. This will end up getting knocked off his stick. Trying to get rid of the defender. Silvertips recover it. Mondragon with it. Sending it over center. Walking right on through. Mountaineers looking for their third. Won't find it there. It'll end up bouncing off a pad and go all the way back out. They'll work around the outside. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Picked off there by the Silvertips. On the rush now. Graydon Clark. He'll take it in. 2-on-1. Or 1-on-2, excuse me. He'll take a few hits. Taking a large amount of off defense, excuse me. Physicality as he'll get knocked down. And he'll go off. Feeling quite hurt after that interaction as 3 Mountaineers cornered him. Passing it across. Tries the shot. Bounces off a pad. And he'll get knocked down in the corner. Back across and in the corner. Walking right in. Thinks about the shot, won't take it. Schrader, the captain, tries to go across center. Finds a teammate in front who fires, but it'll go off the ground and into the netting. 13:40 remaining here in the third period of play. Long pass. Lavoie on the rush. Won't shoot it. On the opposite side. Walks in. Fires. Blocked. McDonough with it. Decides against the pass. He knows he has time, so he's going to use it. Sharp is going to end up having to give this one up off the other direction. 9-goal difference between these two teams. 13 minutes still on the third period. Walking in here. Tries it was a bit of a weaker shot, but didn't quite catch McDonough off guard. And now they're going to walk back over center. Taking it down the right side. Montgomery. Montgomery tries to spin off the defender. Wasn't quite able to do it. And now they'll walk down the left side, passing it into the center. Trying to knock down the attacker, but won't be able to. Lavoie right across. Making McDonough move. The second try won't go either. Caden McDonough looking no worse for wear after giving up that second goal by the Mountaineers. Long pass right off the stick of Isaac Wong. Down the left side with it now. The Mountaineers misses wide left of the post. And they'll get their own rebound and start again. Stolen back. Picked up by Conrad Ferguson. Thinks about taking it on a rush, but not able to. He's going to end up losing the ball and have to go off. And it looks like we're going to see a penalty here on the Mountaineers. Their goaltender running to the fires. Trying to jump up and grab it. It'll end up being grabbed once again by the Silvertips. And Zach Levine is going to head to the box here. It's going to be an illegal cross-checking call here. 2 minutes. Mountaineers up high. In the corner. Back to the top of the slot. Working it their way around. They'll end up sneaking all the way back out to the middle. Hudson James on the rush all alone, and he only has one man to beat, but the goaltender shuts him down. As now that's Austin Manning in between the pipes for the Mountaineers. I believe he replaced Connor Thane at the beginning of the third period. Austin Manning. This will be his first year in the Junior B League. So far in his first appearance, he has looked quite good. Working their way around the outside. Long shot, misses on that one. It'll end up going all the way back down the floor. Able to hold it there. Just 10 seconds. Thinks about the shot, blocked right outside. And he'll walk this one up the floor now on the stick of Trayton Myris. Myris decides to hold off and wait. They'll get their offensive specialists out there. Shabak. Colin misses on that pass. Or wow, how did misses on that pass? Or wow, how did that go in the net? As he don't have a single clue how that was able to beat him. Regardless, the Silvertips will take it up 12-2 now. One heck of a game here from Rockyview. A lead to them going up or going to a 2-0 start here at the beginning of the year. Exactly what they've wanted to do. Nate Shabak down the right side. Walking across center and firing. Austin Manning with a good save. Passing this one up. Ends up going off the glass. Knocked off his stick. Silvertips now the other direction. Montgomery. He's going to walk it to the right side. Waits for a teammate. Finds someone. That'll be another stop. Silvertips refusing to stop as they keep the press on. Able to knock it out of a Mountaineer stick. And they're going to go at it here. Refs quick to intervene. They've seen this movie before. So it looks like we'll get a TV timeout here. 8:13 remaining here in the third period. 12-2 is your score. We'll be right back with you when the action returns. All right, welcome back. 12-2 Silvertips. 8:13 remaining in the third period. Tips starting with it up high. On the left side, trying to send it all the way across to Tyler Montgomery. Missed on the pass. Shabak, long shot. Didn't quite go his way. Whistle went off before the shot. So it looks like it'll not count, but obviously didn't score on the attempt anyway, so it won't quite matter. With it in the corner, that's Madden Bowers. Bowers trying to find a lane. Sends it right down center. McDonough having to leave his post to make that save, but it was an excellent one. Picked up here. Silvertips on the rush, but it looks like they'll get a whistle on a breakaway. Not too happy about that one was Cassius Adams. Walking in, Madden Bowers puts that one right over the crossbar. Had the goalie beat, just not quite able to find the accuracy. Looked like he wanted an illegal cross-checking call on it as well. Won't find one. Down the right side, Zachary Cullen. Shabak to Cullen. Cullen back outside to Sharp. Sharp fires and scores! 13-2. Silvertips. Assists for that one, I believe there's only going to be one from what I overheard. We'll get a confirmation on that in just a second here. But I believe it was just Nate Shabak on the assist. And there you go. So the assist actually went to Zach Cullen, and that's why we wait for the confirmation. And Shabak will be on the second assist. So there we go. Silvertips. As this is certainly going to be a game. Silvertips really executing their game plan to the best of their ability. Mountaineers with a lot to build off here. And you want these types of games early in the season because first game of the year, not how you wanted it to go on and you're playing in the Silvertips. And you'll have plenty of chances to try and give a beating like this right back to them. As that shot misses, and a change that I'm just noticing here on the making a change in between the pipe, Jacob Orr going in. As that one will be a good save by Orr, but he'll get beat that time. He was looking good on the first few saves he had to make today, but he won't find it there. 13. As this ball's just going to get launched into the down the left side. Madden Bauer. Down the left side. Madden Bowers passing this one. Hansen handing it out. Bowers back outside. Long shot blocked in front. Orr with a good save. The Silvertips back up, looking strong so far. I believe he's only allowed one goal so far. Cullen passes it out. Cullen passes it out to Montgomery. Montgomery to Shabak. Shabak having a very good, strong start to the year. And now picked off by the Mountaineers, and he's got a rush. 3-on-1, trying to take advantage. Passes it across. Can he score? No, he cannot. There was a call on the play here. We wait to see what it's going to be. It may have been a goal. That was a very weird play. They're lining up like they scored. I think the Mountaineers scored. So it's going to be 13-4. That's my bad. There was not much of a crowd reaction from that one either, so I didn't read it as a goal, but it does look like the Mountaineers are going to score here. Or maybe not. Oh, there it is on the big board, 13-4. So there you go. It really did look like Orr got in front of that one, but obviously they have a much better view from the floor than I do all the way back here. Lavoie passes it right across. That one will be a save from Orr. Sending that one off of the shoulder and into the netting. And that ball is going to end up in the crowd. There'll be a race for it. One kid is going for it rather fast, and it looks like he's going to get a souvenir here. Long shot. That's a save from Orr. Hudson James trying to push his way up. It looks like there might be there's a search party going for that ball right now. Quite a few parties involved, as I believe it is somewhere under the stands. We'll see what happens with that one. James trying to get this one out of his own zone. Waves off the over and back. 3:45 remaining. Cassius Adams. Adams out high.